So, welcome back, everyone. My next guest is Seth Lester, and he is with Gold Financial Services. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Carol, for having me on your show. My name is Seth Lester. I'm a mortgage loan officer and branch manager for Gold Financial Services. We're a local lender here in Arizona. My NMLS ID number is 390622. We do purchase, refinances, all types of loans.
The first thing I want to know is I'm going to go right off of everything that you're doing here, and I'm going to ask you my own question.
Okay.
Okay? So, what's the difference between going to someone like you or just somebody else? You're a bank. You're within a bank, right?
We're a mortgage banker.
Right.
So we lend money.
Right. So, what's the difference between coming to you and someone else?
It's generally the personal service that we provide. You know, we can schedule appointments at home or at our office. You can do everything. We can do everything electronically if you like as well.
So, what do you do as a loan officer?
We qualify, and basically our job is to match the client with a loan program that will fit their needs. So everyone's situation financially is different, and there's many programs that they could utilize to obtain financing. So it's my job basically to match the client with the right program.
Well, right now it's a crazy time.
It certainly is.
Right? And you were kind of a little bit hesitant. You didn't know what I was going to do because of this crazy time.
Sure.
Why is that?
Well, the market is crazy. A lot of the values are escalating very quickly. Some of the properties may not come in at value, which will have an impact on a loan situation. A lot of clients, the loans have to appraise. The equity of the home has to have the value in order for a lender to loan the money on it. So if it's not going to appraise, then you're not going to be able to get a loan. So a lot of people might get shut out of the market.
Well, when we talked before you were coming on I guess it was a week or so ago, and I said, the people here, there's some people that have to move here. They have to move. They have to get a house, or they want to, right? So it doesn't block out anybody from doing it. It just might be a little bit harder right now.
It could
Is that what
be
you're
potentially a challenge. It may. In real estate, I'm not a real estate agent, but it all is based on comparable properties and what they sold for. So as the market moves and properties are appraising or selling, those become viable comparisons, and the property may have more value and will work out.
So somebody's looking for a home, okay? And where do they start?
Basically what they should do is talk to a lender. They want to know exactly how much they can afford, and also prepare themselves for the different financial commitment they may be signing up for.
Well, what I do know too is everybody wants to make sure that you can, get that loan. Pre-qualify before you even get into a real estate agent's car.
Definitely.
Right? You can't even do that. You have to make sure that you're pre-qualified, and there's good reasons for that.
Well, definitely. You want to get pre-qualified because in Arizona, the pre-qualification form is actually part of the contract, the Arizona contract. So an agent's going to want to have that form filled out so they know how much you can qualify for. Also, it's for the real estate agent's protection. The person has stated all their information. They provided it to a lender, so they know that the person has been validated.
Right. What's the difference then between pre-qualified and pre-approved?
I'm glad you asked about that because
it's the one question I asked you that was on here. Go ahead.
A pre-qualification basically is the loan officer will pull your credit, look at your documentation, your income, assets, and provide a pre-qualification. But a pre-approval is a full underwriting commitment by the lender. Subject to the property appraisal and the title report. So in a market like now, if you're having a challenge finding a home, I would suggest getting a pre-approval from a lender, because all that means is a lender would commit to lending you X amount of dollars subject to the property. It's almost like coming in with a blank check.
Well, how do they know what to ask for? How are they going to remember? I got to come in and ask for a pre-approval because most people know qualify, right?
Definitely. I think that any lender, just ask your lender, am I getting a pre-qualification or the pre-approval process? A pre-qualification typically is something that you can get the same day. And a pre-approval is actually something that you'd submit to an underwriter, so that would take a few days.
Now, you work valley-wide?
Statewide.
Okay, statewide. And how about this? Do you do free consultations for people?
Absolutely.
So, here's the thing, though, that people, like I said, they're buying homes. Some people are first-time home buyers. They've just moved here. There's a lot of different reasons why people are, no matter what, the market, and they love the fact they hear that the rates are so low, right?
Yeah,
But every situation is different right now. Is that correct?
correct.
It used for when we think about from what happened in the past, which was crazy, right?
Definitely.
Right? But now we have a different situation. But I think, again, it's all about somebody's story. And there's different programs that you have, correct?
A variety of programs.
Like what?
There's various programs, low money to no money down programs.
I like that one. Go ahead.
There's alternative documentation for those that may be self-employed. They can go through maybe a bank statement program or a rental roll program where you can use the rents, incoming rents, to qualify for a loan. So there's a lot of different programs out there.
Again, they can call you at 480-335-9828. He does free consultations. Your website is SethLester.com.
Correct.
And now when they go up there, can they see what's going on? Do you have a place where they can kind of maybe even try and get an idea of what their rate's going to be at all? Or
No, they can pre-qualify online. Basically, the interest rates can be subject to your personal situation, so there's a lot involved in that. But if you wanted to go on the website and get pre-qualified, you would definitely know exactly what kind of rate that you can qualify for in the programs.
how about refinancing? Is it right now make sense to do that?
It could. I mean, not usually the lowest rate doesn't always equal the lowest payment. So, but rates are at historic lows. So refinancing may be an option, or sometimes debt consolidation, switching loans from a particular loan down to maybe restructuring your loan could potentially benefit you. There's a lot of moving parts.
The phone number to call is 480-335-9828. He does free consultations. He works statewide, and his website is SethLester.com. Okay, what about myths about mortgages?
Myths about mortgages, everyone thinks that you have to put down a large sum of money or you have to have perfect credit. Those are things that are absolutely not correct. I would say that was a large myth.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, when you say have to put it down a lot of money, the perfect credit I think is huge, because so many people have gone through a lot of hard times in the last. We did it before. We're doing it in a different way now. It may not be the real estate market that kind of crashed, but it's our world crashed in a way where a lot of people have had financial issues. Right? And now we're kind of turning around. I think I have felt a little shift this week. I don't know about anybody else. A little tiny bit of a change where people are maybe coming back around and they don't know where they stand. Right? And some people, like I said, they want to buy a house. Maybe they've been renting. They don't want to rent anymore, right? Or they're just moving into a new school district, or they've moved here because maybe their parents live here. There's always different reasons of why people are coming here. And a lot of people buy, I think, in Scottsdale is like the number one place in the world to live. Well, I don't think the world, but go ahead.
Yeah, I would say I would if you're interested in looking at any real estate, I wouldn't wait until 2 weeks before your lease is going to expire before looking at your situation, because you don't know what's on your credit. And Credit Karma and things like that are great pieces of information, but it's not going to be the same information a lender's going to look at.
What's the difference between yours and theirs?
It's a residential mortgage credit report. So, and every lender is going to use their version of that. And tools that you can find online, or even with your banking apps, they're not going to have the same information that that the public is going to have.
And I believe that everybody does have a different story. And it used to be where, you filled out an application, you got it or not, right? But now everyone does have a story, and it starts off with that. And can you help people with their credit?
I'm not a credit expert, but I can definitely guide them and help them. I don't ever think that you should turn away anyone. you just want to help them get to the point where they are mortgage ready. So
Right.
we could definitely help
It's
them
all
out.
about planning it. Okay, so the phone number to call is 480-335-9828. He works statewide. He does free consultations. His website is sethlester.com, and rates are at their lowest rates right now.
They're pretty low.
And so, but everybody, it doesn't mean anything. It means that they are low right now, but everybody's story is different, and you have to make sure that you have that consultation. What are your final words?
I'd love to have an opportunity to help people out, and I enjoy improving people's situations.
Again, that phone number to call him, it's 480-335-9828. You can check him out on his website. It's sethlester.com. He does free consultations. He works statewide. I made it possible for everybody to talk about themselves right here on the radio, and that's exactly what we're doing here. And all these people would love you to call them and talk to them. Again, his phone number is 480-335-9828.